All right, Shalom. First, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Racha, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. Um, this is going to be another article video. All right, but just staying up with news and what's going on. Okay, now it says this is from ZeroHedge.com. It says shoot on sight. Chicago gang form pact or Chicago gangs form pact to execute cops who draw weapons on suspects, says FBI. All right, it says the FBI has warned Chicago area law enforcement that nearly 3 dozen street gangs have formed a pact to shoot on sight any cop that has a weapon drawn on any subject in public. All right, and that's what that's basically declaring war on the cops. All right, and um, I'm not an expert on it, but I'm pretty sure there are certain protocols that, under certain circumstances, when the cop pulls up and the situation is already in a certain condition, all right, they gotta draw their weapons, or if they feel like their life is threatened, they can draw their weapons. All right, and you have a lot of these police officers who are quick to draw their weapons. All right, even if they don't shoot it, they got it like that. The Jacob Blake situation, I believe they had that weapon drawn on them. All right. So now they're saying in Chicago, all right, now really think about it, being realistic, right? You mean to tell me that these gang members, every single one of them is gonna stick specifically to that code and say, oh, I waited till he drew it and he pointed at somebody before I shot him. You know, you might have some. Oh no, he reached for it, so But let just if even one, all right, of these incidents happen like this, it's a wrap. All right, it's a wrap because okay, let's say police get shot during altercation, cool, but if the reason behind the cop getting shot is because gangs are shooting against cops, what do you think that is, man? That's a perfect setup for Esau to bring his heavy artillery, heavy military in there, and it allows them to use lethal weapons, lethal force. Now, don't be surprised if these gangs, all right, a part of them or a majority of them are agents, okay, who are just set to spark spark that heat, that fire, okay, and then after that, all gangs are gonna be a subject, they're gonna be targeted, all right, and not just gangs, but really just people in general, okay. But let's keep reading. So it says, according to an August 26th situation information report from Chicago-based FBI officials, members of these gang factions have been actively searching for and filming police officers in performance of their official duties. The purpose of which is to catch on film an officer drawing his/her weapon on any subject and subsequent shoot on sight of said officer in order to garner national media attention. It says alerts based on police intelligence, no matter how unspecific, are frequently distributed to law enforcement agencies, according to investigators, especially when they involve threats to officers. The FBI's potential activity alert is from a contact whose reporting is limited and whose reliability cannot be determined. That could mean the information came from a police street source, a cooperating witness in an ongoing case, or from discussions overheard on a wiretap or other surveillance recording. So it says, according to CPD, all right, Chicago Police Department Superintendent David Brown, there is an overall sense of lawlessness felt by local police, and the danger to police officers is real and increasing. I think it's bigger than a suggestion, said Brown. I think 51 officers being shot at or shot in 1 year. I think that quadruples any previous year in Chicago history or in Chicago's history. So I think it's more than a suggestion that people are seeking to do harm to cops. Now, once again, what does this mean? Are you going to have police officers who have their guns and everything with them, but they're not allowed to use lethal force back, even though you have quote unquote gang members shooting at them? That doesn't make sense. All right. So it says, but hey, at the end of the day, we'd have to watch and see. But anybody with common sense can see where this place is headed towards, man. Okay, this place is headed towards straight anarchy in all different aspects, all different sectors. You're seeing it's getting more and more chaotic. It says the alleged pact comes amid national protests over several high-profile incidents between black suspects and police officers, which has resulted in arson, looting, murder, and other violent acts in cities across the country, sparked by the death of George Floyd, a black suspect who died in police custody after an officer knelt on his neck for over 8 minutes. Wow. It says here, as ABC 7 notes, the warning comes after 54 people were shot in the Windy City last week, including 2 Chicago PD officers who were expected to live, while 10 victims died, according to the report. That said, there is no indication that the officers were targeted as part of an alleged gang assassination pact described by the FBI alert. All right, so this is an FBI alert, basically that gangs are now basically trying to shoot on sight. All right, if they see an officer draw his weapon. Okay, and that's in the scriptures, man. There's gonna be what? Sedition among men. Yeah, it goes into uprisings and revolutions and revolting against the governments and the law enforcement, but to what extent? So it says the FBI alert headline: Pact made by people, nation, gang factions to shoot on sight any police officer with a weapon drawn. Lists street gangs that have become well known in Chicago the past 5 decades, from the Latin Kings and Vice Lords to the El Rooks, from El Rukons, if I'm saying that right, and Black P Stones. Supt Brown said on Monday that spike in attacks on police makes it clear to him that people are seeking to do harm to cops. All right, we need police officers, and as community members, we need to push back fervently against lawlessness. Now, how are you gonna do that? Okay, it says Chicago PD told the outlet that they are aware of the gang threat and take all threats to officers' safety seriously. Federal authorities have not provided additional information. So Trump is trying to bring, them through his Operation Legend, bring them federal troops in there, okay? And now these so-called Chicago gangs are threatening, all right, to shoot on sight police officers that they see with their weapons drawn, okay? How do you think this is gonna play out? All right. Now let's get a precept. You already know where I'm going. All right, and we're gonna keep bringing these precepts out because that's the prophecies that are being fulfilled. All right, now it's a Second Esdras 15, and I'm just gonna hit the point. Um, I'll start at 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, meaning it's very close. And one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. Okay, and this goes into different nations. All right, you have Israelites against Edomites, but it also goes into different status or categories of people. You have civilians against law enforcement. Okay, you have Trump supporters, Antifa, whatever they call them. All right, against BLM. Okay, protesters, so called. All right, so basically, this whole place is just divided, man. And the Lord said, "If a kingdom be divided against itself, it cannot stand." Verse 16: For there shall, so remember it says, what shall stand up to fight against another with and swords in their hands, and a modern day sword is a gun. So shoot on sight that they're telling that they're saying they're gonna do to these cops. That's what do you think that's gonna lead to, man? Now it says, "For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another, they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their action shall stand in their power." Okay, so they're gonna go around basically lawlessness and anarchy. All right, and like we keep saying, just wait till the shots get fired, man, on a consistent basis. Okay, shots get fired, shots get returned, and then it becomes an ongoing thing. It only takes one precedent or one action to start a trend. Now, whether it's organic or it's agent provocateurs doing it, it's still gonna serve for that one purpose that they want. All right, that national police force, that police state, and I mean in full effect. Okay, so this is what's coming, man, and we see the signs. These are all what? These are all just steps leading to that future, man. Okay. So anyway, with that, I hope this was edifying unto the elect. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kodash. Until next time, Shalom.